This woman was the first person to be killed in London in 2019. Charlotte Huggins was 33 years old at the time of the disturbing incident. On the 1st of January 2019, she was headed home to Camberwell, southeast London, England, from a bar as she had been celebrating the new year. Charlotte lived with her aunt. While she was making her way home, she contacted a childhood friend. They both met up at the aunt's house and started talking. That's when this obsessive killer named Michael Rolle, 34, showed up. He came just for Charlotte. Michael acted aggressively and barged past the childhood friend, so Charlotte told him to leave. He was mad because he didn't want her talking to any other man but himself. The childhood friend left the home and got a baseball bat as he feared for his life. But while this was happening, Charlotte and Michael were talking. Charlotte told the obsessive killer she wanted to part ways, so she started walking away. Michael didn't take it well, however, so he pulled out a knife and stabbed Charlotte in the back. The childhood friend returned and saw the killer walk past Charlotte through the front door, and behind him was the fatally injured woman. Charlotte then said with her dying breath, "He stabbed me," before she collapsed. In shock, the childhood friend called the ambulance and paramedics soon arrived, but they couldn't save her life as the stab wound caused significant damage. CCTV captured the killer cycling away from the scene in an attempt to escape his consequences. He was arrested 3 days after the murder. Charlotte was the first person to be killed in London in 2019. His trial took place, and the excuse he gave will anger you. Michael claimed that Charlotte had been holding the kitchen knife behind her back, and she tripped and fatally stabbed herself. But Michael was a convicted robber that had a history of using knives in a threatening way and of jealous and controlling behavior. He was ultimately convicted of murder, and when the verdict was announced, Charlotte's family cheered and hugged each other outside of the courtroom, and her father shouted, "Justice for my daughter." The killer, Michael, was sentenced to life in prison with a minimum term of 20 years.